All right, folks, we're back. I'm not sure what happened. We had a little bit of a glitch. Did you see or hear anything that happened?
No, I was just coming back from dinner. I didn't see anything. I just saw the girl going into the ambulance, and they said she fell out of the car, and then it maybe ran over her part of her body.
Is this normal for this neighborhood? No. Does Dean Estates, do they allow parking on lawns?
It's Alpine Estates.
Alpine Estates. Do they allow parking?
No, they don't. No.
And where did you have dinner?
Just at English Muffins down the street.
How was it?
Very good.
Now, what about this woman? What did she say?
She's the owner. She said she saw some guy, but she didn't see anybody in the car.
The woman with the towel on her head?
Yes. Yep.
So she thinks she may have seen a guy
Yeah.
who fled the car.
I don't know if he fled the car, but
He's not in the car.
she just was saying she saw some guy, but I don't know what she means by that.
Thank you for talking to us.
Okay. Bye.
Folks, again, sorry about that.
She's not from this neighborhood.
Oh.
The girl in the car they said doesn't live here.
I see.
She's not from Alpine Estates.
Okay. What were they doing here? We don't know.
No. She's in her 40s.
Okay.
She looked put together. She looked pretty good, but
Oh, she did? Okay.
she looked good going into the ambulance, but something's up with her leg, so.
Okay. Hi there.
Hello. She's annoying him the way that she talks. She's annoying him.
What's that? She's annoying?
Is that the LC? No.
Why, because there's a car in her lawn?
I said you live in Alpine.
Excuse me, were you the driver? No. What'd you have at English Muffin? English Muffin, that's a little light at nighttime.
Oh, no. They have this chef that...
Jelly on English Muffin?
No. They had a chef that comes in that's phenomenal. Oh, yes, it was. I had chicken masala. It was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, they have things other than English muffins.
Only on Friday nights for this chef that comes in. Yeah. Yep.
Hold on.
Oh, no. Yeah, everybody's...
All right, folks, I want to just back up for a moment. So we're going to go back down and join Officer Davis in just a moment. You're watching, again, sorry about that. It cut out for whatever reason. It's Cranston PD Live, so this will be part 2. We'll reestablish it. But that woman is saying that she thinks she saw a male who then locked the car and ran. So the woman that went to the hospital supposedly fell out of the car. So the question is, did someone push her out of the car? But we don't want to speculate. All right, we're going to walk down and see Officer Davis. Oh. Folks, again, sorry about that. It's never happened before. I think that woman was washing her hair. All right, we are back, though. Share that you are watching. We will eventually... Yeah, English muffin. Seems kind of a limited menu. What would you like? I'll have an English muffin. Toasted or not toasted? Toasted, how would you like that? Maybe some jelly? Can I get some butter on that? All right, it's quite the Halloween display. All right, I believe this is Officer Davis with some of the witnesses.
go pull up. I'm gonna go see what's going on over there. So we got a couple of witnesses, but they didn't see what actually happened. All they saw was that female on the ground on the lawn. I try to check to see if any people have any video surveillance. So far, haven't been able to find any. I don't know for sure. Yeah. But that's what she said.
Trying to go to where the car came from.
I guess there was if there was some kind of party. I just said, well, yeah, I wasn't invited. I'm not going.
I'm gonna go over to that place.
All right.
They're gonna
Yes, thank you so much. You guys are fabulous.
Can
So you're in charge of all this stuff?
now can you? People are wondering, can you order jelly on the English muffin, or is it only butter or cream
What are you
cheese?
talking about that?
You said you went and had dinner at the place they serve English muffins.
No, we don't serve English muffins. They went to English muffins. They had a special chef that's there that had fabulous food.
But I could get jelly on it. All right, folks, we're going to let Officer Davis speak with Commander Padalano. Oh, boy.
I'll talk to you.
Starting to rain, folks. Again, I think everybody is back. That has never happened before. So we'll see what Officer Davis says. Is there a tree I can stand on? Here she comes. Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. Sorry about that. We're back. It is Juan, and here comes the rain. Thank you for the stars, everybody.
Be right back.
So as of right now, we're waiting for a tow to take the car. Sergeant Carvesi is going to check another address. There was possibly a male in the car with this female. We're still investigating the situation right now.
How were the witnesses?
Very cooperative. They didn't really see what happened prior to her falling out of the car, so she was already on the lawn. They just kind of stayed with her until rescue arrived. So.
sitting on tow. I'm gonna try and go over Lace Lane and try and figure out what the heck happened there.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Tow should be any minute.
All right, sounds good. And so that's Officer Jaworski. He's gonna go with the sergeant over to Lace Circle, figure out what happened. We're gonna stay here until tow gets here.
Seems unusual.
Yeah,
The car is locked.
still trying to figure this one out.
We don't know how it ended up on the lawn.
No idea. Like I said, everyone that saw her after the fact. So, and I checked to see if there was any video surveillance on any of the houses. At this time, I couldn't get any.
Can I ask, was she found back that way where we went? Or?
Yeah, she was found back when we first showed up, where the cruisers were parked. She was on that lawn, and then somehow the vehicle ended up on the lawn just a little bit further.
So the other two officers are going to follow up on someone that may be connected to the vehicle. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And maybe see if that individual's missing a vehicle.
Yes, I mean, I'm not positive. So I believe this vehicle is the female's vehicle.
Okay.
We don't know who the other party is that was possibly with her. We do have an officer that is down at the hospital, so hopefully he'll get some more information.
I think the call said she was badly hurt.
Yes. Actually, if you saw her on the sidewalk, there was quite a bit of blood that was on the sidewalk. So I guess she really injured her leg.
All right, folks, again, Friday night, we are with Officer Davis. It's been very steady. That is the vehicle that ended up on the lawn. Good evening, one and all. Alpine, normally a quiet neighborhood.
Yeah. It's very quiet usually up here. It's 11. Can you just get a ETA on tow?
Sorry, 10-9?
Can you get an ETA on tow?
10-4.
check suspicious activity. The Savers Mark 1025 Park Ave. Caller, we had 2 calls. So an elderly female was in the store, and she quietly asked somebody for help. She was accompanied by a male that had a lot of tattoos. He took off and left her there. He was last seen headed down Leslie Street. It's going to be a tall. She left also. The male half tall, thin black male covered in tattoos. Last seen north on Leslie. Supposedly just got out of jail, from what we're being told. Hey, call. Temple.
I was hoping it wouldn't rain.
It's good for the first hour.
Yeah.
Now, this can be part of the job. Just waiting.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of waiting sometimes.
Like a lot of hurry up and wait.
Yes. I mean, we're pretty up out west, so, tows coming from a distance.
I would think near the station, it'd be faster that they arrive.
Yes.
But we are out of distance.
Yes. And they could be busy, so.
Right. People asking, now, what time is Officer Davis? What time what time do you go till tonight?
I usually leave around 10:45. My shift ends, but we like to go to the station a little earlier just to do our reports.
And then the officer's off for the weekend.
I am.
Good.
Yes.
Is that a good thing?
It is. I'm a little upset that it's going to rain tomorrow because I was looking forward to doing trunk or treat with my kids. And I guess that got canceled. Go ahead.
It's coming up 6 right now.
Thank you.
Getting, folks, again, we're with Officer Davis. It's Cranston PD Live. Getting a lot of compliments tonight in your driving. Is that something that you worked on, or you've just always been a good driver?
Well, if you ask my husband, he'd probably say that's not true. I mean, you just learn how to drive
That's 11.
with the cruiser and stuff. You know, you want to be safe,
Myself, 212 out at 7 Leeds Court.
especially if, you know, you're going code to a call. You got to watch everybody else around you. So. Toe should be here soon. I guess he's on Situate Ave right now.
That was the commander out here. He it sounded like he was almost first on the scene.
He was.
He was
Yep.
first on the scene. Wow.
He was the first one.
It's interesting. Officer Davis, where it's almost like a puzzle that, okay, there's someone injured over there, then there's a car on the lawn, and we were watching in real time how Cranston police try to figure out the pieces of the puzzle.
Yes. It's a little confusing right now. You know, some of the stories that were said, what witnesses saw, how this car ended up on this lawn. Supposedly she was leaving Alpine Estates, so this car somehow ended up on the lawn, possibly went in reverse. So we're trying to locate the other party that was involved, if there is another party involved. They're still trying to figure that out.
If they could find out where the elderly female went.
How much have
So she's not at the store? I thought I just heard on 2 she was at the store.
She left.
how much has
Alright, that's fine. Thank you.
people that have Ring cameras, how much has that changed with policing?
It's definitely helped. You know, I was checking to see if anybody in the area had some. There was a few houses that had cameras, but not Ring cameras. I couldn't get anything off of that footage right now, but maybe tomorrow somebody will check their cameras and could contact us with more information. But I do find it very useful, especially like people getting their packages stolen off their, you know, front steps or their deck. There's always some kind of footage. It's very helpful for us. We always get like good description of the people.
Is that something, Officer Davis, common that maybe initially someone may not realize they have it, and then the next day or what have you, suddenly someone discovers they have what would be considered valuable, video?
It does happen sometimes. Usually we'll get calls. People notice their Ring camera has gone off, but they'll ignore it sometimes, thinking it's weather related. And then the next day, maybe after they wake up, they look at it and they realize, okay, somebody was in front of my house, and then they'll report it.
Any advice to people about, the porch pirates, the people that steal the things off their front porch with the deliveries? Any advice how people can combat that?
I mean, for me, I personally would recommend having them drop the packages off, maybe in the back of the house or the side of the house. I believe you can pick a time where certain packages can be dropped off, so make sure you're home. Stuff like that.
Because otherwise it's just sitting out there for someone to sometime. It's almost like too easy.
Correct. There's people who just drive around and, they don't care. They just see a package and they'll just go right up and take it.
Not knowing what even the contents are.
Correct.
Folks, again, we are with Officer Davis. It's Cranston PD Live. The car you're looking at right now, that car was part of some incident earlier where there was someone injured. Cranston police, as we speak, are investigating, trying to piece it together. And Cranston does not allow parking on lawns overnight, so we're waiting for the tow to come. Correct.
Yes, tow is arriving right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to go talk to the driver quick.
That's 1110.
Folks, again, good evening, everybody, on this Friday night. We've had some different things, but definitely this has been something. Okay, here comes the tow. Officer Davis, folks, thumbs up. Talk about a rising star. It's also nice to see our friend the Paisan. You saw Commander Padalano in action. Thank you for the stars, folks. Remember, you can subscribe to the page. People really enjoy the On the Scene live stream. Just a refresher, again, Tuesday night was the Warwick standoff. Yesterday was the East Providence stabbing. What was Wednesday? I don't remember. Window's a little foggy.
I think I'll be out with that female at Walgreens. I'll let you know.
Now remember, folks, you can share that you're watching. I want to thank our Team One moderators, Ann and Robin and David. A special shout out to the Massachusetts State Police.
Just gonna back up for him.
Yep.
Joy. It's going to be a black male, bald with tattoos, green championship sweatshirt, and jeans.
Temple. Is it?
Alright, I'm speaking with the female now. There's absolutely no issue. She doesn't know who that gentleman was. He was just walking by her house as she was walking to save her.
Temple.
There you go. Yeah, it's 6.
You also mentioned another officer, Officer Davis, went to the hospital. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Another officer went to the hospital.
Yes, he's still at the hospital.
F11 at 207 or 204? 204. Go to 3.
Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. This is Friday night, Cranston, Rhode Island. We're with Officer Davis. We want to give some special shout-outs. As I said, Massachusetts State Police are watching. Big shout-out to the police in Hollywood, Florida. You got your wish. We're back on. Hear from them every week. Let me think. Also, Newark, New Jersey Police, Bridgeport, Connecticut, New Hampshire State Police. Remember, this will be seen on YouTube, and then if you're watching, you can always just put in replay. What else? Boston Police Department wishes Dennis a happy retirement. I wanted to mention that. And we'll mention a couple more before our time is up.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Take 2 little marks on the grass, but
That's
the e-brake was on.
All right.
Better than nothing.
You don't need the number or anything?
No, all good.
All right, thank you. You too. All set on Lace Circle? All right, thanks. All right. So Till has a vehicle. We're going to clear, head back towards the center of the city. 211 10-8.
Right, the female's all set. She's on her way back home. The gentleman she was speaking about was just looking for direction. He's GOA.
I have another. Well, we take.
So people are asking, what do you enjoy the most about being a Cranston police officer?
Well, I love the fact that every day is different. You never know what to expect. Obviously, I do enjoy helping people. You know, it's something I've always wanted to do since I was a young kid. Never really thought of anything else but being a police officer. So I'm very proud that I got on this job. It's a great department as well.
What's the least favorite thing about being a Cranston police officer?
Some of the scenes that we go to could be very difficult. For me, anything involving kids, it's hard for me because I do have kids. Even people who don't have kids, it still could be very traumatic, certain scenes that you go to. So that would be my least favorite type of thing to go to. And obviously sometimes people, can be very, rude and mean, and, you just got to be calm and always treat everybody with respect. I always try to treat everybody with respect.
Yep. How's it been adjusting to the body cams?
I have no issues with it. I don't mind it. I think it's great for us. Kind of benefits us, if anything. So, I don't mind it.
Been a big tool for Cranston.
Yes, I would think so.
Folks, again, Friday night, it's just like a almost white mist. We are riding once again Officer Davis. It's Friday night. Again, this is season 2, episode 2. If you miss any of season 1, it's all on demand on this page. Plus, all the first season episodes are on YouTube and also DePietro.com. Also on Spotify. Remember, you can catch up. It's going to be a rainy Saturday. A lot of people sometimes binge watch some past episodes. What about his Topgolf? Has that had any impact yet on the city?
I know it's been
positive.
Yeah, positive. We have no issues yet there. We do have a detail officer there most of the times. They've been very, very busy.
Good.
I think it's a great thing for the city. So I definitely like to go try it one day.
Yeah. Now, the officer that was still on scene, they went to that other street, and it sounds like nothing panned out.
Nothing that I know of. That was Officer Jaworski.
Yep.
So I believe they are all clear, even the sergeant and the major. So I have no idea what transpired over there.
You mentioned the witnesses, they were cooperative.
Yes.
Do you sometimes enter scenes that people are less than cooperative?
Yes, there are sometimes, you try to ask people questions and they're just not giving you any answers. It's very frustrating. They're there, but they just don't want to cooperate with the police. So. other bars are doing over here. Usually they're pretty busy, so.
V seemed like it was a success this year.
67, past 4:30.
Yes, it was.
No rain.
No.
Folks, again, Friday night, you are watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan. We're with Officer Davis. When the rain has started to come in here, and Cranston now, of course, that the weekend has moved in.
Just gotta pull over for a second.
Sure.
Have to restart my computer.
It is turned into a rainy Friday night, Park Avenue, Cranston. You're watching Cranston PD Live. Special shout out to law enforcement in Virginia Beach. Also Nashua, New Hampshire law enforcement. Just going through the list. I know, I believe Cincinnati, Ohio and Cleveland, Ohio. And then also, oh, wow, yikes. Wow, dark and rain.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous. And also the Las Vegas Police Department. Big fans. Any tips for people on driving or walking in the rain?
Yes, wear brighter colors.
Yeah. Find a crosswalk.
Yes. Still a lot of people out though tonight, walking outside.
Now, last year, right around this time, was when the 3 fugitives were loose in the city on that Friday afternoon. Does that ring a bell at all?
I don't recall. Most likely I was not working, or else I would have remembered that.
Now, this is Cranston East and City Hall. What is this like in the afternoon when the kids all get out?
Very congested. A lot of traffic. I tend to stay out west, so I'm not over here that much. But, you know, usually some accidents. There's a lot of kids, you know, crossing and hanging out in the area. But very, very congested.
Now, East has a SRO?
Yes. They have a few SROs that kind of like rotate throughout the city, different schools.
Folks, we're right at Park Avenue, Rolfe Square. There are still quite a few people out on this Friday night. Pub on Park looks busy.
Yes. They're usually busy.
Folks, again, good evening on this Friday night. We are with Officer Davis, Cranston Police. Rain seems to be on and off. Officer, we've seen protests in different cities so far. We have not seen any protests that I'm aware of in the city of Cranston since everything broke out 2 weeks ago.
Correct. Which is, you know, thank God. So. down to Reservoir Ave.
Okay. Folks, we're back on Park Avenue, again on this rainy Friday night. watching Cranston PD Live. We have Officer Davis. Cranston Police Department has been a busy Friday night.
So it seemed to calm down a little bit right now, which is good. We were pretty busy throughout the shift.
Very much.
But, you know, anything can happen. Usually how it goes, it'll be quiet and then something happens.
Well, folks, again, we want to thank Officer Davis. Excellent Friday night. Again, you've been watching Cranston PD Live. Now, this will be available on demand on this Facebook page, but then also on YouTube and on DePietro.com and Spotify. Never easy with the rain. Officer, want to give anyone a shout out before we say goodnight to you?
I want to give a shout out to my mom and dad. So I know they're watching, and my husband.
Great.
So he's definitely watching.
All right, folks, again, you've been watching on this Friday night. We want to thank our Team One moderators. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, programming note, we're going to wait to see what the weather's like tomorrow. We're supposed to cover that protest, but who knows what's going to happen. It's supposed to rain all day. In the meantime, again, this is episode 2, part 2 of season 2. You can watch all of season 1 on the YouTube channel or on DePietro.com or on this Facebook page, and then you can see this as well. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to say goodnight. Thank you again, Ann and David and Robin, everybody for tuning in on this Friday night from Cranston.